So what's up people and welcome to another Alita Battle Angel, Alita GUNNM YouTuber video. So this is another one of my periodic YouTuber upload videos that I sometimes bring out depending upon what's out there. And recently there's been a lot of uploads by a lot of the regular YouTubers that we all follow. And I just wanted to make this video so that you are aware of some of these uploads that have recently occurred. Now, you probably are aware of a significant number of these because I know you follow these people just like I do. And these are majority YouTubers that I subscribe to that follow or upload videos regarding Alita. And so, I thought I would make one of these just because there's been some recent updates. Okay, so as always, I will leave a link to all of the videos I talk about. And since there are quite a few of them, let's get started. So the first one, or the first two, are by the YouTuber GenX Strikes Back. And he recently brought out two videos. One of them called Alita Battle Angel Goodbye. And this one talks about his skepticism with regards to the possibility of a sequel movie coming out. And he gives his reasons with regards to that. And he wanted to talk about how he wanted to expand his video uploads from just talking about the possibilities of a sequel to going into things with regards to the manga or the anime, the much bigger view of the franchise. And I thought that was a good idea. I think that's always nice to hear from many of the regular YouTubers, something beyond just the movie. And so I support GenX Strikes Back's thought about how he wants to move forward with this. So anyway, he talks about a lot of things with regards to the whole environment again. And so if you're interested, once again, I'll leave a link. Now, the other one is a very short video. And it basically shows two clips that are back-to-back with regards to his daughter's creation of clips that she made about Alita Battle Angel using Legos, Lego animation. And so if you want to see that, it's kind of cute videos, then I will leave a link to that one as well. I think it's called something like Battle Angel Alita Gallery 2019. So anyway, please take a look at it if you're interested. And moving right along, the next one is by Aleta Army. And this one is the first 4 minutes of both the anime and the movie. And the video compares these two by side to side. Well, it's not really side to side, it's corner to corner. These videos are often done with a quadrant rather than I don't know what to call one side or the other. And so you'll see 4 images, 2 of the anime, 2 of the movie. And it just basically compares how these two films actually introduced itself. And so if you want to take a look at that, then please go take a look at the link. Now the next one, or the next two, is by the Alita Army, not to be confused with Alita Army. And the Alita Army, or the hashtag Alita Army, frequently brings out their weekly podcasts called the Radio Chaos Podcasts. And they're now up to 18 and 19. And so 18 goes into a lot of discussions. Again, they're all very detailed discussions, but there is a specific theme for each one, and for this one it's mostly revolving around a lady named Selena Lagan, I think is how you say her name. I apologize if I did that wrong. But anyway, Selena was the body double for Rosa Salazar, playing the roles of Alita whenever Rosa could not in whatever situation for whatever reason. And she gives some discussions of her explanation of what her role was and, the experiences she had. And so, yeah, that goes into some very interesting discussions. And that's number 18. Number 19 goes into basically the focus is back onto the critics. And, the usual discussions we had with regards to somewhat the biased nature of the critique that came out for the movie. And one of the things that they bring up, which is very interesting, is a lot of the critiques base their logical deduction on the numbers that they bring out and how it will fail or succeed. Mostly fail because it's coming from the critics. And the question is where do these numbers come from? And the thing about it is if the numbers are just somewhat randomly determined, then you could build a whole argument around that, but it really doesn't have much weight because the foundation numbers don't really mean much of anything. And so the question that always comes up is, what do these numbers mean? Who determined that these numbers are significant? And since there is never any information to where the sources of these numbers are, then there is always a question of the credibility of the entire argument that is made based upon those numbers. So that's a very interesting point. The other one is always the stigma, for example, that comes out for anybody who's not just in the Alita Army, but who is a fan of Alita Battle Angel, the movie. And when you say you're a fan, a lot of these people will then stigmatize you with regards to, well, then you must be this sort of person or you must be that sort of person. And of course, we all know that there's a variety of people who like this movie, and you could determine that even just from the YouTubers. Let me give you a list: the GenX Strikes Back, Alita Army, and the hashtag Alita Army all have kind of different perspectives and different personalities, and yet there is a common bond of liking the movie. So how can you stigmatize or classify the fans based upon just liking the movie? So yeah, always good discussions with regards to that. And so I'll leave a link to number 18 and number 19. If you're interested, go take a look at it. Now, the next one is yet another really nice music video, and by Pooliey. He always brings out some really nice music videos. And this one is not focused just on Alita. This one is basically a whole fandom with regards to a lot of action based movies, whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, Alita, Kingsman, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and various others. And so, yeah, it is a very nice music video. The music this time is titled Fight Back by Konata, I think, is the name of the group. And so if you like that song or if you're interested in this music video, then yeah, go take a look. As always, I'll leave a link. The next one is by good old Doc Edo. And this time it's not his Free Repairs channel, it's his original Doc Edo's channel. And this time he talks about an article by Scott Campbell and the possibilities of a sequel, and maybe there is a higher possibility for a sequel. And he gives a very objective discussion. He always does with regards to these, one way or the other, and he determines whether there is enough credibility in the comments that Scott Campbell makes. And so is this true? Is this not true? And he gives a good analysis for that. He also talks about the re-release of the Alita Battle Angel movie in Korea. And so that's a very good, indication of, again, the possibilities of growing fandom. And one last thing, of course, is, sorry, I forgot to bring this up. In Scott Campbell's review, he talks about the possibilities of the sequel possibly coming out in the movie again, or potentially in Disney Plus. And this is just my biased opinion, so take this not as Doc Eidos' comment, not as Scott Campbell's comment. I'm not really sure if I want to see it in Disney Plus. Not because of the fact that I don't want to see an anime series. I would love to see a GUNNM anime series. Just straight out GUNNM, right? With all of its gritty darkness and irony and all of that. And I just don't know if Disney Plus would be an adequate channel for that. They may not be, their audience base may not be the type that enjoys that sort of dark, gritty behavior based upon the things that they are offering as well. Things like Lion King or whatever, which means that a lot of the viewers will probably be in the under 13 setting. And would you want to show, GUNNM or Battle Angel Alita with all of its greatness, including something like the Ouroboros program and the things that Destinova does to his victims? Yeah, I'm not sure if they want to do that. And if they don't, what is going to come out? Right? So in theaters, at least you can somewhat pick and choose. You could even put a rated R setting if you're going to do that. But in Disney Plus, you're not exactly sure if you have that well control of the audience's awareness of what level of expectation to see in the ratings of the series. And so it might not get a good review by the type of audience that goes to want to see a Toy Story sort of story. Or if it is in the superhero side, let's watch GUNNM because it's an animation like The Incredibles, And you remember how wholesome The Incredibles are? And you remember how PG-13 safe the theater one was? Well, if it's Disney Plus, then I would expect it to be even safer. So let's go see what the animation of the source material is. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. That's just my little bit of comment. So, Doc Eidos, sorry, I went off on a tangent. Doc Eidos, I'll leave a link to his video. Now, the next one is a manga review. Not a review, it's an overview. And it's by Addict Informative. He's been giving a series of overviews, each one for each volume. And the last time I did one of these videos, he was on volume 2, volume 4. I think it was 4. Yeah, anyway, the Motorball volume. And now he's on volume 8, which means that he should be at the final part of the Toon series, knowing that the original series goes all the way up to 9. Which means that, of course, he will be talking about the Ouroboros program and stuff like that. And one of the better parts of Toon, because it's getting to the climactic situation of that cat and mouse game between Alita and Destinova. And so, yeah, if you want to see one reader's opinion and review of that, then I'll leave a link to Addict Informative's video. And moving on, yeah, this one is always a good favorite of mine. Then a Barjack, or The Last 300, has brought out his next installment in the series of his Into the Elitaverse series. And this one goes into, yeah, his videos are creative, to say the least. And my gosh, I don't know where he gets his clips. I am like just amazed at the places, the effort he must do to find the clips that he finds or create some of the clips that he may be creating. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I always am impressed with that. But he talks about, again, the sequel, again, the community, and of course the anime and the manga. And the question is of course we all want to see the sequel movie, but is there a possibility that maybe we could also potentially get a sequel, not a sequel, but a game? Well, maybe it's a sequel. There was a game before. And so, if you are not aware, there was a game way long time ago called Battle Angel Alita Martian Memory. And I'll come back to that because I do want to talk about it in some of the other videos that I'll go over now. But yeah, it went into a lot of the story of Battle Angel Alita, but it's in a very old retro style of gaming because of the fact that it came out way long time ago. And so the question is can we have it updated to something much more modern, similar to Final Fantasy VII coming out again? And if not, and even if it is, can we also consider an anime series? And of course, I just finished talking about the Disney Plus anime series, but if it isn't Disney, then there is a possibility that there are other anime studios that can take something as hardcore as GUNNM and bring it out. And one of the ones that I was thinking about was, now I can't even remember what the studio is called. The studio that made GANTZ. Now, if you're not aware what GANTZ, and if you love hardcore, bloodthirsty, die-hard comics, you might want to go see GANTZ. GANTZ sometimes in its violence will make Alita Battle Angel or Battle Angel Alita look tame in comparison. GANTZ is a mind-twisting comic with regards to the sheer amount of violence that comes out. If you want to get an informative understanding of that, and I'll leave a link to this video as well, although he's not a Alita YouTuber. There's a video by SuperEyePatchWolf who gives wonderful overviews of animes, and he gives one for GANTZ. And so if you are interested in GANTZ, and it is, I'm not sure if it's an anime. Yes, it is anime because, of course, I'm talking about this as an anime. But it is a manga, and the manga is incredible. Is that he gives a really good review of just how screwed up GANTZ is. But in any way, they made an anime out of it. And so, as bloody and as gory and as viciously disturbing as GANTZ is, they made an anime out of it. So I could imagine that if you give it to one of the Japanese studios, and if James Cameron was the one who asked, then maybe a studio will be interested. They probably won't if it wasn't James Cameron who asked, because this is a relatively old franchise. And they're so inundated with new franchises these days, with so many different mangas coming out, that, they're going to have a hard time justifying doing Battle Angel Alita now. Unless, again, James Cameron asks. So, But unfortunately, I've heard that, again, Disney owns the rights to the anime. I didn't know that. So, thank you very much to Foxfire for informing me of that. But in any case, I would love to see a game. I would buy a game for Battle Angel Alita. And I'll definitely be interested in the anime series for Battle Angel Alita. So if that's possible, go for it. And if that comes out, yeah, maybe that will increase the possibility for the movie. Okay, so then the Barjack. I'll leave a link for that one as well. Star of Elyon brought out, the clip of the Alita, standing in front of the mirror, or originally looking out at the window, and then eventually she starts doing her kata, her martial arts moves, and then finishes with that punch towards that mirror. Well, he's uploaded the mirror punch. And so if you would like to see that, then I will leave a link to that one as well. Now, sorry, I'm doing this all straight out of my head, so I apologize for this. Nothing scripted, as you can imagine. I want to go back once to something that Dana Barjack said. I agree with you, man. I do agree with you, Dana Barjack. A game would be great. But there was one comment that I do have to bring up. You did mention, why don't they bring it out the way EA brings out a lot of these games, and then they could profit from it by monetizing a lot of components. No, please don't do that, because EA and its monetization are infamous in the gaming community at just how much they're hated by the gamers for doing that. The exploitive nature of the monetizations is becoming insanely bad. And I don't want this game to come out and then become the target of reviewers that I like, such as Yang Ye or Skillup, who will come out and say, holy crap, what kind of piece of dog turd is this? It's all full of monetization crap. You should not buy this. You should not buy this. So if anybody is gonna make a game, please make it without monetization problems. And yeah, profit from making a good game and bringing it out in a proper manner. Just my 2 cents as a mild gamer. Okay. Radio Kaos. He came out with a series. He's bringing out a series of these. Basically, the original soundtrack for the GUNNM Martian Memory game. And so if you would like to see that, then I'll leave a link to one of them, which is for the track Anger. And if you wanted to hear what the game's music sounded like, then I will leave a link to that, and you could go to his channel and take a look at all of them. I got a feeling that he's going to continue to upload more of these in the future. And on a similar note, this one is by Revan, and he is doing the GUNNM Martian Memory gameplay walkthrough. And I think Radio Kaos was doing that as well. And you might want to take a look at both of their channels. But Revan has recently been uploading those. And I think it's for episode 2 or gameplay number 2, part 2. And I'll leave a link to that one as well. So yeah, if you're interested in this game, Martian Memory, and want to find out what it's like, then yeah, go take a look at both Radio Kaos and Revan's channels. The next one is another book review. This one is a review for the Battle Angel Alita GUNNM comic series, and it's by a reviewer named Miasma Senpai. And he gives an overview with regards to why he likes this comic. And I always like those because of the fact that, as you know, I am an avid manga fan of Battle Angel Alita. I always like to hear other people's opinions with regards to the manga. And so if you're interested in hearing about somebody's opinion of the comic rather than the movie, then yeah, go see Miasma Senpai's video. I'll leave a link to that. And finally, there's another one by PKL Entertainment. Another review, but this time it's not the review of the manga. It's actually the review of the OVA, the video, the anime. that came out quite a while back. And this one is quite enjoyable because of the fact that if you think there's only a few reviews of the manga, there's even fewer reviews of the anime. And so if you would like to see somebody review the anime now instead of the manga, then I will leave a link to PKL Entertainment's video. Okay, so I think that's about it. Thank you very much for listening. I apologize, this one took longer because of my stupid rambling. But yeah, go take a look at these channels if you're interested, and it's always good to support these YouTubers because that will result in more videos coming out. And so yeah, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at any of these that are in there, yeah, go take a look at them. And for the ones you like, give them a thumbs up. Okay, well that's about it for this video, and I'll continue on with more Alita Battle Angel, Alita GUNNM videos in the future. Sorry, I do have one coming up soon, but it takes a little bit longer to do those backstory essay-ish sort of videos, and the next one will be hopefully coming up soon. But it is a little bit more in-depth discussion due to the fact that the topic is Erica. So anyway, I'm hoping to get that up soon, but no promises how long it'll take. And if I do, I hope you join me. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you very much. Jaya, nice day.